You're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station. The time now being on 8 o'clock, time for another hour of the great music that came out in the 1960s with the 60s Nostalgia Show. The 60s Nostalgia Show is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. Cotter and Stevens have been in the Wairarapa for a long time, providing a service for private customers and also commercial customers, and they are experts around the dairy shed, all things to do with dairy plant, because they are the De Laval agents for the Wairarapa, but also other things such as effluents. So my thanks to Jim and the other people down at Cotter and Stevens for being a great sponsor of the 60s show and also Arrow FM, allowing us to bring you this great music that came out in the best decade of music ever. Just playing in the background, of course, we've got Booker T and the MGs and Green Onions, and I thought I'd start the program off tonight with a track by Booker T and the MGs, because there was a program during the week on Prime all about sidemen or women in music, and featuring on that was Steve Cropper, who of course was the lead guitarist in this band. Booker T and the MGs, they're a tremendous band, and of course they're still around with the exception of Donald Dunn, the bass player who died a few years ago. Steve Cropper, a legendary guitarist, but also a great songwriter. He's written a lot of songs by him and the Soul Singers, and he wrote, along with the guy Floyd, Eddie Floyd, the song Knock on Wood, and he also wrote this one called 6345789, and this is Cliff Bennett and the Rebel Rousers.
If you need a little loving, call on me. Well, alright. And if you need a little hugging, call on me. Alright. Oh, I beat too late. I hope you will understand. Yeah, all right. If you need a little loving, call on me. Well, all right. And if you need a little hugging, call on me. All right. No more lonely nights, we'll be alone. All you got to do is pick up your telephone and dial 6345789. 6345789. 6345789. 6345789. 6345789.
'Creedence Clearwater Revival there and Proud Mary. Next up, we've got a track, and we'll dedicate this one, I think, to the tanker drivers for Fonterra out on the road at the moment, all through the night. The shifts are non-stop during the day this time of the year, and they're all going up the country. canned heat there and going up the country. Just a reminder, I didn't mention it before, if you'd like to hear a particular song, artist or band, just give us a ring here on 378-0255, 378-0255, and I'll see if I can dig it out for you. All you got to do is dial that number and press option 3. Right, next up we've got The Outsiders and Time Won't Let Me, and then we might have a track from tonight's feature album.
I know, like I told you so many times before, you're gonna
gonna come back, baby. 'Cause I know you're gonna come back knocking, yeah, knocking right on my door. Yeah, yeah. Well, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. 'Cause I got the real love, the kind that you need. You come running back, said you would, baby. You come running back, I always said you would. You come running back, I won't have to worry no more. Yes, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Oh, time is on my side. Yes, it is. I said time is on my side. Yes, it is. Oh, time is on my side. Yeah, time.
From 1964, there, the Rolling Stones, and Time is on my side. That's from an album called 12 by 5, the Rolling Stones, and came out in 1964. A bit of a strange album, that one, because some of the tracks were actually flogged from the second album that the Stones put out, and the other tracks were recorded during their first visit to the States. So it's a bit of a hodgepodge album, and I don't think it was released in the UK, but certainly released in Australia, New Zealand, and also the States. And probably one of the reasons why it was released down under was it covers, or includes rather, the cover version of Under the Boardwalk, the Drifters song, that was such a huge hit in Australia particularly, but also in New Zealand as well. Interesting cover, a little bit of a steal, I suppose, from the Beatles cover, the photo with the dark background. So see if I can move that around just a little bit. 12 by 5 of the Rolling Stones. The boys there looking very neat and tidy in their suits and ties, and on the back area version, I suppose, of the Stones. One of the interesting things, and you probably may not be able to pick it out, but if I put this quite close to the camera, the third song on the second track is a song called Congratulations, and on this particular LP the cover spells it incorrectly.
If I were a tower of strength, I'd walk away, I'd look in your eyes, and here's what I'd say: I don't want you, I don't need you, I don't love you anymore. And I'd walk out the door, or you'd be down on your knees, or you'd be calling to me. But a tower of strength is a something I'll never be. If I were a tower of strength, I'd watch you cry, I'd laugh at your tears and tell you goodbye. I don't want you, I don't need you, I don't love you anymore. And I'd walk out that door, you'd be down on your knees, you'd be calling to me. But a tower of strength is a something I'll never be. I don't want you, I don't need you, I don't love you anymore. And I'd walk out that door, you'd be down on your
Sue Thompson there, a lovely little tale all about Norman. Sue Thompson actually was a very good country singer, but made a name and probably most of her money by singing songs in that similar mode, and that song written by John D. Loudermilk, and he wrote a lot of her hits. Some of the other ones, Sad Movies, which I think came out in 1959, and the other one, James Hold the Ladder Steady. Before that, we had Gene McDaniels and Tower of Strength song that was written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. All that brought the time to 26 and a half minutes after 8 o'clock here on Arrow FM, and you're listening to the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. I'm frantically trying to work out what song I've got lined up next, and I think it's Del Shannon and Hats Off to Larry.
Once I had a pretty girl, her name it doesn't matter. She went away with another guy, now he won't even look at her. Hats off to Larry, he broke your heart, just like you broke mine when you said we was part. He told you lies, now it's your turn to cry, cry, cry. Now that Larry said goodbye to you. I know this may sound strange, I want you back, I think you'll change, but there's one more thing I gotta say. Hats off to Larry, it may sound cruel, but you laughed at me when you said we were through. You told me lies, now it's your turn to cry, cry, cry. Now that Larry said goodbye to you. Hats off to Larry, it may sound cruel, but you laughed at me when you said we were through. You told me lies, now it's your turn to cry, cry, cry. Now that Larry said goodbye to you. To you. To you.
If you need me, why don't you call me? Said if you need me, why don't you call me? Don't wait too long when things go wrong. I'll be there where I belong. Said if you want belong.
The Stones there from the feature LP tonight in a song called If You Need Me. Next up, we've got a request from Di. She wanted to hear a Nancy Sinatra song, so we've picked these boots made for walking.
You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to be truthin', and you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saying when you ought to be a-changin'. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing, and you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found me a brand new box of matches, yeah. And what he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking.
Trailer for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. 3rd boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Oh, worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found, short but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all of the children and all of their names, and every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means,
phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys a between.
Roger Miller there and King of the Road. Labour weekend this weekend always said to be the start of summer. When we think of summer, we think of the beaches and we think of the Beach Boys. So we might actually play 3 in a row from the Beach Boys.
Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with me.
Early in the morning we'll be starting out. Some honeys will be coming along. We're loading up our woody with our boards inside and heading out singing our song.
Come on, baby, wait and see. Yes, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Come on along, surf, baby, wait and see. Yeah, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari.
Huntington and Malibu, they're shooting the pier. In Rincon, they're walking the nose. We're going on safari to the islands this year, so if you're coming, get ready to go.
Come on, baby, wait and see. Yes, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Come on, surf, baby, wait and see. Yeah, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari.
They're angling in Laguna and Sarasoo. They're kicking out in Doheny too. I tell you, surfing's been a while, it's getting bigger every day, from Hawaii to the shores of Peru.
Come on, baby, wait and see. Yes, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Come along, surf, baby, wait and see. Yes, I'm gonna take you surfing with me. Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with me. Yeah, man. With me. Yeah, man. With You're kinda small and you're such a doll. I'm glad you're mine. You're so good to me. How come you are? You take my hand and you understand when I get in a bad mood. You're so good to me. And I love it, love it. La 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 la. You're my baby, oh yeah. Don't be baby, oh yeah. La 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 la. I know your eyes are not on the guys when we're apart. You're so true to me. How come you are? And every night you hold me so tight when I kiss you goodbye. You're so good to me. And I love it, love it. La 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 la. You're my baby, oh yeah. Don't be baby, oh yeah. La 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 la
The Beach Boys there, a song called You're So Good to Me. It wasn't a hit for them because it was the flip side to one of their big hits, and I think from memory it was Sloop John B. Righto, next up it's Surfing USA.
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be surfing like California. You'd see them wearing their baggies, Warachi sandals too, a bushy blonde hairdo, surfing USA. You'll catch them surfing at Del, Ventura County line. USA. And Anchor Keys and Swan, Pacific Palisades, San Onofre and Sun, Redondo Beach and LA, all over La Jolla and Waimea Bay. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Right, we'll go from surfing to trucking, and here's Dave Dudley and 6 Days on the Road.
Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down that eastern seaboard. I got my diesel wound up and she's a-running like I never before. There's a speed zone ahead, well, all right. I don't see a cop in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. I got me 10 forward gears on a Georgia overdrive. I'm taking little white pills and my eyes are open wide. I just passed a Jimmy in a whine. I've been passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. But it seems like a month since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but I'm not like some of the guys. I could find one to hold me tight, but I could never make believe it's all right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. ICC is a checking on down the line. Well, I'm a little overweight and my logbook's are way behind. But nothing bothers me tonight. I can dodge all the scales all right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, my rig's a little old, but that don't mean she's slow. There's a flame from her stack and that smoke's a blowing black as coal. My hometown's a coming in sight. If you think I'm happy, you're right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
I mentioned at the start of the show tonight about the songs that Steve Cropper from Booker T co-wrote, and I mentioned Knock on Wood, which he co-wrote with Eddie Floyd, and I just managed to find it on a compilation CD I brought down, and funnily enough, the next track is Wilson Pickett and In the Midnight Hour, which Steve Cropper co-wrote with Wilson Pickett. So I think we might play those two in a row. Eddie Floyd and Knock on Wood, and coming up right now we've got Wilson Pickett and In the Midnight Hour.
I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love comes tumbling down. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour when there's no one else around. I'm gonna take you, girl, and hold you.
8 minutes to 9 here on Arrow FM. Time now for the Toys and Lovers Concerto. The Toys there and a Lover's Concerto. Right, time for one more, and it's got to be a shorty from the Beach Boys. Beach Boys there and Little Deuce Coupe bringing to a close another edition of the 60s Nostalgia Show, which was first broadcast all over the wonderful Wairarapa on Arrow FM and brought to you with the kind sponsorship of Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough.